Hey everyone, it's Jim from Radio Wasteland Records. Well, I went ahead and did it. Not that there was any doubt that I would do this, but I went ahead and exercised record store owner privilege and ordered myself a brand new copy of the R50 compilation, the Rush 50 compilation box set, the huge Rush 50 compilation box set. And I thought, what the heck? I don't do these really hardly at all. I figured we could do an unboxing video and see what's in this behemoth altogether. Now, this is one of two different versions of the Super Deluxe box set. There's also a scaled back box with just the LPs. This one, though, is the one that was made available to stores like ours. I guess there was another version that was really there on the Rush website, and exclusive for that, that ended up being almost the same, but had extra lithographs included from Hugh Syme. So looking at this one, though, the hype sticker tells us that this is the first ever complete career retrospective celebrating 50 years of Rush on 7 LPs and 4 compact discs. 50 tracks with 7 unreleased tracks, including some of their early stuff like Not Fade Away and You Can't Fight It, Need Some Love is on here. Live rarities as well. This one, the Super Deluxe, also contains a 104-page hardcover booklet with brand new illustrations and graphics by Hugh Syme, unreleased photos and liner notes by David Frick and Philip Wilding. So some interesting stuff in that book to look forward to. This one, also exclusive to this box set, has a 100-page hardcover graphic novel, a comic book, graphic novel, illustrating the evolution of Rush's iconic and definitive sound over 50 years. And this set also has 20 brand new Hugh Syme illustrated lithographs, one song from each studio album. So it's kind of an interesting little layout. Taking a look at this, though, the box set itself is a thing of beauty. It's a behemoth. This is the largest box set I've ever owned, by the way. Right up front, you look at the front of this, and it's got kind of a nice gold embossing with the Rush 50 on the front cover. And then the box itself is really heavy duty, and it's hinged, so you can open it up to reveal. I took the contents out already, but we're going to look at that. And the inside of it, it's got kind of a red velvet padding on the inside to help protect everything. And the inside of the flop-out cover has got some imagery of drumsticks and cabling and guitar picks. Very cool stuff. But again, the box itself, it's just a very sturdy piece of artwork. Don't know how I want to fit this on the record shelf, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and take a look at what is inside. Right off the bat, I can't help but wonder how they got all of this stuff to fit into that box, but they did. And we see here right on top is the 104-page hardcover book with the artwork mimicking the cover of the box. This with all of the beautiful artwork inside from Hugh Syme. Just some cool stuff in there. There is the liner notes from David Frick as well, a little essay onto that. But then lots and lots of photographs all the way throughout this 104-page book. And we see lots of cool stuff and stories about each of the selections in the box set throughout Rush's entire 50-year history. I'm looking forward to digging into this book a little bit deeper to see everything that's in here. Again, some really cool artwork. There we go, some very cool artwork going through just about every phase of Rush's career. Then we dive into the vinyl selections. And each of these has their own cover. It's black vinyl, so nothing too special there, just some very generic inner sleeves helping protect them. But we do get a look at some of these individual records on the way through, and it looks to be chronological. Not Fade Away starting this off, then the Vault edition of Working Man. Lots of early stuff. So we go through all of these vinyl selections, the 7 LPs that were put in here. This is the, let's see, side 7 and 8 gets us into the Tom Sawyer and Subdivisions era. And then we see some, nifty stuff from Superconductor, Stick It Out, and Dreamline. More as we go through into here, and then we get to, I'm assuming that this is going to be, this is the group of lithographs from Hugh Syme. Take a look at that. They're in their own little packaging here. But we see each of these individual lithographs from Hugh for one of the songs. See how many of these I can guess. Of course, Fly By Night. This appears to be Witch Hunt. Oh, this is the Temples of Syrinx. We get through here, picked and closer to the heart. We'll go through every single one of these, but very cool stuff. I'm going to frame one of these here. That appears to be Spirit of Radio, is my guess. We see Tom Sawyer. Lots of cool stuff. Okay, So these are the lithographs that come with this particular box set from Snakes and Arrows there, as well as Clockwork Angels. And again, the other box set from the Rush website, I believe, contained a few extra of those lithographs. Then we get to the hardcover graphic novel of 50 years. It's entitled The Fullness of Time, 50 Years of Rush, the official graphic novel. And inside of this, we do get to see some of the early musings of Rush into how it looks to be set as kind of a little flashback with Getty and Alex sharing some malt whiskey, and then going back through time to talk about how they formed. There's the Working Man era with Rutsey, and then they get into finding Neil after Rutsey left the band and bringing him in. Very cool. I'm not much of a graphic novel guy, but this is actually pretty good. And quite frankly, this is the reason that I bought the bigger set, was to get a hold of this particular one. Very interesting to see how they wrap this up, though. Interested, rather, in seeing how they wrap this up, given the way things go. I imagine there's going to be a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame section in there. We'll have to wait and see when I read through that. But let's skip right to the end. A spoiler alert, I probably should say too. Looks like they wrap things up with just kind of a beautiful fashion, walking off. And the quote on this is, "A dream is only over if you give it up or if it comes true," Neil Peart. So very, very cool box set on the inside here with the lithographs. I'm going to have to find, I don't know where the compact discs went, but they're in here somewhere, I am quite certain. They're probably tucked away in the hardcover book now that I think about that. Yep, there they are. The compact discs mirroring a lot of the audio are in the back of the first booklet coming through. So again, thanks for humoring me as we go through this unboxing of the brand new Rush 50 box set. This thing is an absolute beautiful work of art. Happy to have it. As I mentioned with Steve on our podcast when we were talking about box sets, there's kind of a feeling of finality with this one from the band. Not sure where they're going to go from here to top it. I mean, they were doing these anniversary box set releases leading up to their stuff into the 80s. And this, again, now that they've passed that 50-year mark as a whole with the first album, it's going to be very, very interesting to see where they go. It's going to be very tough, though, to tell you to top this thing. It's just a beautiful piece of art. If you need one, let me know. I think we can get them, but this one's mine. I should also mention that this releases officially on Friday, the 21st of March. So again, record store guy privilege. We're invoking it just so I can get an early look at this and share it with you folks. Have a great one. We'll talk to you next time in the Wasteland. Make sure you check out the podcast. I kind of have a feeling Steve and I might be talking about this a little bit coming up in the next episode. Thanks again, everyone.